Hello, and welcome to this episode of The Round Room. Today we are going to be analyzing the D23 JP trailer. With me today, I have Round Room affiliate.
Hey! KeybladeSpyMaster, stay. I blinked. I'm KeybladeSpyMaster.
That's right. Good work, I'm glad we got that out of the way. And with us, our very special guest.
Hey, I'm David Russell, and I'm a member of Project Destati, one of three. We made Kingdom Hearts orchestral music.
Yeah.
Huge Kingdom Hearts fans. So. Yep.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Let's analyze the trailer.
Yeah. All right. So, D23, Monsters Inc. and all. Let's begin. So, first thing on here is the ERC warning. We don't have a rating quite yet. Yay. Probably going to be E10.
It's probably just going to be E3, just like every other game. But
oh yes, my favorite rating, E3.
E3, yeah. Whoops.
Okay, so here we start off with Marluxia coming out of the abyss of darkness and whatnot.
You notice it's Marluxia and not Lorian. He introduces himself as Marluxia. And also, what's weird, I thought, was that he doesn't have yellow eyes, which, I mean, is the same as he was back in Com, but yeah, he's got bright blue baby eyes.
Yeah, something else somebody pointed out was that his zipper is different. It's similar to the that of the Master of Masters zipper, and the old organization zippers. Yeah.
He looks like he's using the exact same form as like the young Xehanort cloak, and it looks like later on in the trailer when we see Vanitas, they all kind of have the same kind of opening with their coat. I'm not sure if that's just intentional or if that's like that'll happen to all the organization members, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, and it's definitely anything with this trailer could change before the actual game release, but. Definitely like to point those things out. Moving right along.
I was gonna say.
Something else that was a really funny idea that was pointed out was what if Marluxia just, as right before this cutscene, he crawls immediately out of Castle Oblivion, having no idea what happened in like Kingdom Hearts 2 or anything in between. Like, there you are, you little shits.
I love that idea, but I'm a little confused about like the feasibility of that, because he definitely knows like Sora and the gang, right?
Right.
So I don't know. It seemed like, I mean, it makes total sense that Sora, Donald, Goofy wouldn't know who he is, but that he would have absolute idea who they are and want to be seeking, revenge.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea how he came back. I guess it's just another mystery. Just pile on the pile. Flippin', how did Marluxia come back from Com's defeat? I guess, was it like an Axel Lee sort of situation where he came back after his nobody was defeated? I don't know. So I mean, this might be his somebody, but he introduces himself as Lorian or as Marluxia, so I'm thinking it's probably nobody.
And it's interesting because so far everyone who was in the original organization has come back as being their nobodies instead of being their original selves. Like Xigbar keeps introducing himself as Xigbar. He's introduced and referred to as Xigbar. He's not.
What about Lee from DDD? When he looks in the mirror or the window and he's like, I don't have my tattoos anymore.
Right. And so Lee and everyone else in Radiant Garden actually are their original selves. They've referred to themselves as their original selves. But like Xigbar keeps referring to himself as Xigbar, and he's referred to as Xigbar, as it's the nobody instead of the somebody.
That was from DDD, right?
Yeah.
In the scene where Sora goes back to sleep and he has the whole monologue with Xigbar and Xemnas. Is that back in time, or is that what's the chronology of that?
Oh boy.
The dream is, well, it's, I don't know.
I posit to think that maybe the dream was
back in time.
A dream in time, maybe. I have no idea. The series sort of like became super confusing around there. Right when Sora fell back asleep is when I started like dissociating from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things fall apart really quickly right at that part of Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah.
But anyway, Marluxia's here, so
Um,
that's fun.
I was
A lot
Yeah.
of
gonna
people are really
actually
happy
ask.
that like,
I was gonna
oh, he's
actually
coming
ask.
back.
Even though we're excited that Marluxia is back, how many were actually like when you think about it? Like how? Like, I personally was not surprised that Marluxia was back. Like it's
Yeah, I can't say
exciting,
I
but
was
at the
either
same
because of
time, it's like kind of saw it coming, but
the
at the same
Kai
time
updates. Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, the Kai updates and the nobodies we saw in the last trailer as
Yeah.
well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh right.
The scythe wearing nobodies are flying around. I guess the theory here is that I'm just gonna dump what I know here from all these Tumblr memes, but
Yeah.
I guess the theory is that each world here has like a specific member of the organization associated with it, and so like
Yep.
later on in this trailer we'll see things like the nobodies with the scythe flying around because I guess they're controlled by Malusia. So that's kind of neat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like how they had in Kingdom Hearts 2, the samurais were controlled by Roxas, and the assassins were controlled by Axel, etc., etc. So that's kind of what I'm assuming too. Going back to the trailer a little bit, we see Goofy in his ready to kill pose again.
I love him so much. There's no way that Square didn't design him that way to be memed on.
Oh
That's
no!
the
Oh,
best.
completely. His name is Goofy for a reason.
I love him so much.
It's really
Yeah.
funny. I don't know if it's because they wanted to make him that way or because they could before, but like I've been playing through the games recently and every time there's like an issue or a scene where they should be mad, Goofy looks normal, confused maybe
Dopey.
even, but not angry.
Yeah. Now, something else that was pointed out was there was a little bit of translation issue with this one line, the only organization or the true organization. I don't know
because
what the
then
specific word, what the specifics of the problem were exactly, but I feel like that's also something that only the release will be able to tell us.
Yeah.
I guess so. There are like two competing ideas here. That Marluxia has his own separate organization, or that he doesn't know that the original had been defeated, and that he's a member of Xehanort's organization. I am kind of in the camp that he's saying, "Oh, the only organization that ever was Xehanort's, and I've been a part of it the entire time." So I'm not completely buying into there's a separate organization that's out there. I think that it's
Right.
all Xehanort's control. So I mean,
It's
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
I
I'm kind of
feel
going
like
with that too, because that would be just I mean, we already have a lot of plot lines to follow from the Disney, the
Please tie
Disney
up the
individual plot lines to the apparently completely separate Maleficent plot line, to Sora's plot line and Riku's plot line, on top of Xehanort's already existing plot line. Like, that would just be another thing to have to keep track of.
There's too much in this game already. What do you guys go back a little bit and look at that the eyes on Sora? This is something that I keep bringing up. I don't know if. What do you guys think about the reason for his green eyes? Because they're definitely green.
Yeah, I think they look a little bit like. Yeah, see if I can pause it. That'll be good. Yeah, that's weird to me. I thought they were a little bit more tealish turquoise.
I mean, it could entirely be like a reflection from the environment, but I mean, Sora's known for having, like bright sky, deep blue eyes, and I don't.
Right.
It's weird that they would like change it. But I mean, again, in the 0.2 like opening that was originally there, Vanitas didn't have yellow eyes, and
Yeah, that was kind of the thing I was thinking was that that was just something that was a little bit overlooked. I would have to look at some of the past trailers to see if his eye color was changed at all in the past trailers, but it might be the environment, it might be it might just be an animation error. I think we're looking a little bit too deep into Sora's eyes.
I was about to say, like, I am such a big fan of the conspiracy theories before the games are released.
Oh, yeah,
so, like, on
completely.
Twitter, I was talking about, like, maybe it's, like, his progression into becoming a Nord, going from blue to a little bit more yellow, making it green, and a little bit more yellow, turning it yellow eventually.
Ooh.
Maybe he's becoming a Nord, but that's probably unlikely. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean,
they tried it once. They can do it again.
I just looked at the renders on the wiki, and he always has blue eyes on the Kingdom Hearts 3 renders, even the Monsters Inc. one.
Okay.
So
yeah, we can take a look at the Monsters Inc. section as well. This
Oh yeah.
and go from there. Another thing to point out at this stage is that because Sora, Donald, and Goofy don't remember Marluxia and like don't recognize him, that also proves that the entire Cavern of Remembrance section was not canon.
Yeah, that's true. I
It,
kind of expected that much because when did that section of the game unlock? Was it like after you got to the world Neverwinter?
No, it unlocked
Cavern of Remembrance is
during.
accessible during the Battle of Hollow Bastion.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was right after Tron's World. So I mean, I didn't really expect it to be canon, but I thought it'd be cool to be like, how did that get there? Why is that there?
By extension, the what are those orbs that you can find in random worlds that you can
Right.
fight? Like, I guess those aren't canon either.
Yeah.
The
Oh well.
puzzle pieces?
Darn. No, the floating like balls. I think you're talking about.
What was it? I can't remember what they're called. Like the Remembrance of Ascension or something.
Alright.
Throwing words together, but we can disregard that.
absent silhouette. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, the absent silhouettes. Yeah. So, yeah, those are probably not canon as well.
You know,
Just a shame,
I'll be
but-
honest.
oh
Even
well.
though the battles themselves are not canon, I was hoping for a story behind the data itself. But I guess
Yeah, I kind of was too. Like it was an extension of the Xi'an project or something.
yeah.
Okay, so here's another thing. How amazing would that have been if you got to fight Member 14
I know.
in the Cavern of Remembrance?
I know.
And it was like all glitched out and everything, and like your moves
Yes.
didn't work or something. Oh, it was so crazy.
I know they could have done so much.
If they did that and she was like hooded the whole time and it was like a teaser for like Private Days Over too.
This is the point of these conversations, to make my flippin' headcanons just real. I love it so much.
Yeah, or have it where like have you guys played Nier Automata?
Yes.
You know when you're fighting like Adam that first time and he like teleports away when you try to attack him?
Yeah.
Like have some dialogue, and he's saying some dialogue. Have something like that to begin with, and then you can actually start the fight. I think that'd be really cool.
That'd be crazy. A little bit of spoilers for Nier. So cover your ears if you don't want to hear anything about the like.
I've beaten it, so I'm good.
All right, so eventually you fight your partner, and like in their fight you get hacked a bunch, and so like a lot of your processing systems don't work. It'd be so cool if you could like, I don't know where this thought was going, but like maybe you could, like Sora's mind could be like kind of like glitching or something, and trying to remember who the heck this enemy is. So
she could have an attack like Lingering Will does, how like if the attack lands, your magic is gone, or your cape is gone, or your items are like that kind of thing.
Yeah, just like a rehash of the days, her 3-form battle on days. Oh gosh, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, even if it were just like her final form, that'd be fantastic. Just giant Xi'an. Those poor residents of
I want
Chinatown,
this
though.
so much. Give this to me in Kingdom Hearts 3 anymore.
Xi'an lives. Alright, so back to the trailer. We have a little scene from Toy Story, which I find, and a little bit closer look at the Heartless as well, from the past trailer.
This scene takes place right. I'm trying to remember where it was. I think it just happens right after the D23 2017 trailer, where like Sora lands, he's like, World Order and everything, and they go and attack the Heartless, because this scene happens right as they're running toward to attack the Heartless. So
yeah, I guess like right between the two scenes that we were shown of them appearing in the worlds and then them introducing themselves. I'm guessing that's where this lands.
And they touched up the models. I really like it.
Yeah.
Really good. It was good last time, but now it's even better, and you can notice like a tangible difference. It's awesome.
Oh, completely. They're doing such a great job with this world so far, and I look forward to it. Also, this trailer reminded me how uncomfortable I am with Japanese voices of my Disney characters.
Yes.
I have to say they're doing pretty good. Like the Japanese Hades was perfect, and like the Japanese Buzz is my favorite person in the world. So I mean, it'll at least be authentic.
Yeah, we already had Spanish Buzz in canon, now we get Japanese Buzz in canon.
Japanese Buzz is perfect.
And anything else you guys want to touch up on this little thing?
Not too much. I think this is just like a 5-second. Oh, also reminder: Toy Story is in this game.
Also, look, we touched up the models. Haha. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then we had Monsters Inc. World, revealed.
The
First,
introduction.
yeah, first thing I noticed was that first of all, there's a little uh, I
Like
don't
a
know what you call this
scaffolding.
scaffolding. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right next to the word scare.
Huh.
So, well, the first thing I noticed was like, oh, it's still scare, so it takes place during the movie, not afterwards. And then they're trying to hide Boo. They're like, you're not scared of a human? And they're like, no, we're human. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Not really. What? World order. Um,
World
but
War.
but I also noticed the scaffolding too, and I'm like, maybe like this certain scene is after you beat it, and it's like they're gonna put the word laugh up there, or I don't remember what the quote was at the end of Monsters Inc.
We laugh because we can.
Yeah,
I don't. I
that's
don't
what I'm going to
remember it actually.
assume.
I know. I don't know if you guys saw this, but one of the people that's helping in or on
Like a
developing this
KHWiki
world.
consultant. Yeah, her
Yeah.
name's Tasha Soundert.
Yeah. So
She was
she's
talking
been
about how this is going to be an original story.
right, and I've been very curious about that because she said it's an original story. But yeah, like Shane said, it clearly takes place before.
I mean, it can be
making
original
these
and
kids laugh.
still take place during the movie. Like, I'm imagining just, like, the plot of the original movie goes, like, I'm holding my arm out like a straight line. And, like, this Kingdom Hearts story just kind of branches down and then reconnects to it. Like,
Yeah,
I
that could be
imagine
that could be a
that's
thing.
totally...
Kind of like parallel.
Kind of like how the old worlds did. Like Sora really wasn't there in Mulan, but you know, I guess they might do that instead of the whole new instead of what they're doing with like Toy Story.
Yeah.
Right.
So
The impression that I got from this like trailer, sort of like writ large, was that like, oh yeah, the Disney worlds are going to be severely integrated into the gameplay, which is what we've kind of been asking for since Kingdom Hearts 1. So that's the best thing in the world, rather than being like,
rather
like,
than being able to use explosion everywhere.
yeah, it actually is relevant what you're doing with the Disney characters. I mean,
yeah, it feels like the Disney worlds are actually going to be a part of the story rather than stepping stones to get to the final world.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited. Oh my
Which would be
gosh.
great.
I'm really excited, and it's so exciting because a lot of these worlds some of them are going to be original stories, right?
Yeah.
And they look like they're way bigger. Like I can't remember what one of the interviews over D23 mentioned how they have like the people who are helping develop the game, their teams for each world, and they feel like they're developing a whole new game, like a whole new Kingdom Hearts 1. That's how much effort and detail and time it's taking.
That's what makes me so excited. You can see like the details with like not only like the specific worlds, but like in previous trailers, you can see like, for example, in Olympus, they put like very specific sort of like just treasures around in the map, so like they sort of encourage you to explore in the same way that Kingdom Hearts 1 did.
Yeah.
And like later on in this trailer, we'll see that Sora gains his swimming back. Like just the little things like that made Kingdom Hearts 1 so sort of beloved. Like, for example, like using fire on Merlin's door was kind of like a mind-blowing moment for me. So
all those little dungeon puzzle things that were like those Legend of Zelda dungeon puzzle type things that you can interact with the environment that was kind of lost in Kingdom Hearts 2.
yeah,
It was the magic of the first game. It was fantastic, and that's why I love the first game so much.
Kingdom Hearts 1 was like a masterclass in designing worlds that felt, like, even if the worlds weren't totally full of NPCs, it still felt like a unique place because each sort of like world had its own like secret cubbies and different. I keep thinking about Traverse Town, how there's like different districts and they all look super unique from each other, and they can do specific things in each one. Even if like Kingdom Hearts 1 had like clunky sort of platforming gameplay,
movement.
Yeah.
It made up for it, I think, in droves with that sort of additional like focus on their worlds, which I think looks like it's going to happen in Kingdom Hearts 3.
No, yeah.
I definitely agree with that, and it looks like they're putting a lot more work into like backgrounds as well.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
I don't know if we're even going to be able. I don't know if we're gonna have that select button that we've had in the past, like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, where you can look through Sora's eyes and look around. First of all, I loved that feature so much. It was just this little thing that's like it's not useful in game, but it's just I love looking at everything. Um, and I hope we get to utilize that again. But this might be the only time we see this particular like section, and and it still looks like they're putting time and effort into making this.
Yeah.
Right. It's not
And
just
it's great.
They
a
have
couple of
not only is it
stacks and then just blank background.
Right. Cough, cough, Twilight Town.
not only is it the Osaka team working on this. There's 100 members of the Tokyo team also working on it. The Tokyo team developed Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I think. Don't quote me on that.
That sounds correct.
But this freaking team is way bigger than any of the teams that developed 1 and 2.
Oh yeah,
one of the interviews specified like how many people are working on it, and it is a huge number.
Way bigger.
No, yeah.
Which I'm so excited about. So
Fantastic.
you have like specific teams working on like specific features of the game. Like you've got a face animation artist. You've got I mean, this is just how games are developed, I think. But like, it's just so it's not just one person working on like everything. It's like specific specialties working on specific special things. It's so exciting. I mean, the game has to come out this year because they keep promoting it, so it makes sense that they would have to do whatever is possible to speed it up. And by dividing, the work into different teams, it definitely speeds it up, I think. But
yeah.
Gamer's still gonna be good.
I remember one of the interviews did specifically mention this is the largest team that's ever developed a Kingdom Hearts game. Period.
That is fantastic.
So
this game is going to be talked about forever.
Yeah. I hope so. Game of the year, please. Alright, moving on with the trailer. Looking in the background real quick. We got that whole, background going on again. Little bit
more backgrounds.
More background. Screw what's up in front, but take a look at that background. Ow! But yeah, kind of moving on with. Where'd my mouse go? There it is. Of course, we see the designs of the monstrosities of Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
I like them. Okay, they're pretty good. Sora's design is fun. He's a furry like he was in Kingdom Hearts 2, which is great. Goofy here is a little scary. I like it.
Straight out of Sport.
Donald's just there. All right.
I feel like Donald is the only one that's like naturally like I could have seen Donald in the movie.
Oh, completely.
And then the other two,
I'm in agreement with that. The thing that throws me off with Sora is that he's complete. Everything except the hair is like complete like furry, but as soon as you get to the hair, it's suddenly like fish fins, and that confuses me a bit. It looks like two completely different textures melded together. Like you don't see
a little hat.
Yeah, but I think that's supposed to be his hair, and it's weird to me. That's just me. And then Goofy looks like he's straight out of Spore Maker. Goodness gracious. And then I love how they always like no matter what form he's in, they always mess with his eyes.
Yes. Without fail,
a monstrosity all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. And then there's some. Oh yeah, and keeping true to the Monsters Inc. world, none of them have pants.
Yeah, that's about accurate. Sully's looking pretty fly.
I thought, I don't know if it's just me, but I thought Sully, Mike, and Boo looked a little weird to me. I'm not sure, maybe they were just unfinished, I'm not sure why. They just looked off for some reason.
I can't speak to the animation, but, I mean, to animate all those hairs probably takes a lot of computer processing power.
Yeah.
Oh, completely.
I mean, I thought that Mike looked good and Boo looked good. I also think that Sully looked good until it was pointed out that he might look weird, and then I looked at him more and I was like, maybe. I mean, this is to me acceptable, and I don't care entirely that much. But, I mean, they'll continue touching it up since this is the first time they've revealed this world.
Oh, completely. I hope so, because, like, it makes me appreciate what they did for the original movie so much more. And to think that, I think that came out 2004? Correct me if I'm wrong? Around there. But if... thank you for your research, David.
Yeah.
But
2001.
2001.
2001?
So it's
2001.
very
Yeah,
old.
so this is a 17-year-old movie versus a very new game. So I hope they make it look better. Like,
Yeah.
especially especially since they said they've had Pixar staff working on these worlds. I would like to see it done a bit better. Not saying it's awful. I just hope it's not the finished product.
It's what Zemnis was in the first time we ever saw him in a trailer.
Right, yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah.
Right.
I think Pixar is just sending. I don't know how this works at all, so I'm just gonna throw an
Mm-hmm.
idea out. Do you think Pixar is sending them like actual animation rigs for them to use in the game, or did they have to build everything with consulting from Pixar?
I don't know the specifics myself. Any idea, Jared?
I have no clue.
Okay, well, I'd like to say that maybe Pixar loves the Square Enix team so much that they sent the original animation rigs and all the worlds and just saved a bunch of work. But who knows?
Yeah, I'm not sure how involved they are. I know they had at least for the Toy Story world, they said they had access to the original models of the characters. I don't know if that's true here as well. I would assume because they were handled by the same. Wait.
What do you think about that?
Yes, they were Pixar.
All the
Oh, wow.
revealed worlds have really been Pixar focused rather than Disney focused. I just kind of picked up on that. Like we have, well, I guess you have Tangled. Tangled is very Disney, but Pixar did Monsters Inc. did it, Toy Story.
And then other than them, we only have Disney Worlds. We don't have Tangled and Mount Olympus. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say Tangled and Big Hero 6. I don't
Oh,
think
Big Hero 6, that's right.
neither of them were Pixar. Those were both Disney.
Yeah, I always forget Big Hero 6 because
Correct
we only
me
have
if
a
I'm
picture.
wrong.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of a moot point. So lots of Disney, lots of Pixar, which is great.
I think it's exciting though that we have two, at least, even if it's just these two Pixar worlds. The fact that we went from 0 Pixar worlds in the last, 12 years since Disney acquired Pixar.
Yeah.
To suddenly we have 2.
There was Toy Story data found on the Kingdom Hearts 1 game file.
Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
Final Mix.
Well, Kingdom
which is
Hearts.
interesting.
Kingdom Hearts 1 also had artwork that had a Toy Story world in it as well.
Oh, really?
And
I
correct me
believe.
if I'm wrong, I think BBS had Jungle Book in it.
Yes. Yep.
So
Yes.
we may be seeing that in a future Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer.
Yeah. But
shoot, you're right.
I like the fact that we have a couple of Pixar worlds because it's less jarring in some instances. Not saying it was completely jarring when I was first playing through the games. I didn't care, but it's easier to imagine going from a already 3D movie to a 3D video game versus something like Hercules or Mulan, where you were used to that 2D animation now being brought to 3D. I think it's a lot easier as a gamer or as a player and as a fan of Disney and Pixar movies to go from that transition, because there were instances, see Pirates of the Caribbean, where it was going from like live action to 3D.
Oh, that was awesome! I liked that world a lot, but it was also super wonky.
Yeah, it was kind of jarring. Not saying I hated
Pete,
it. It was
what
just
are you
weird.
doing next to Jack Sparrow?
Gosh, nothing will haunt me more than Lion Pete, though. Ugh.
This is so good. So here's an interesting kind of thing. With the reveal of this Monsters Inc. world in Kingdom Hearts 3, what I guess as like a game maker you would want to do is make worlds that were very different from each other. And with all the things we have, let's see, Toy Story is like a kid's bedroom for most of it, and like a store. And then the Monsters Inc. is going to be very industrial, I guess. The Kingdom of Corona is going to be very sort of foresty, I imagine.
Yeah.
Oh geez, San Francisco is going to be super city like.
Yeah.
So I guess you can jump around on buildings or whatever. But what other things would be missing from Kingdom Hearts 3? Like, what other sort of worlds would fit into something that's not already covered by these movies that have already been revealed to be in the game?
Ice Tundra.
You don't want to hear
Oh,
my.
so
my
you think Frozen's in it? I see. I actually do too. I am on the camp of I want Frozen to be in this game.
Yay.
I'm
What were you about to say?
Oh, I was gonna say you don't want to hear my response.
Okay.
Please do
Desert.
tell.
I was gonna say desert. I.e.
Oh
Agrabah.
no, flipping Aladdin. I'm tired.
What movie has desert in it though? Are you thinking of a specific movie?
Yeah.
He wants Aladdin to come back. Oh,
Okay.
Oh no,
so-
gosh, stop. Okay, yeah, you're done.
I thought you were.
You're done
Oh,
talking
and
for the rest of the
Olympus
podcast.
is just like high flying. You're in the clouds. So
Oh, yeah.
I guess
Oh, right,
that's
yeah.
better as well.
Okay, so
That cloud world.
with that in mind, actually, and I'm not saying that Aladdin should be, but if
No.
they were to make it the same way they are making Mount Olympus, because Olympus Coliseum has been in pretty much every Kingdom Hearts
Every
game to date, and it's always just the
Yeah.
one Coliseum,
Hmm.
with the exception of Kingdom Hearts 2. So if
It'd
they
be
were to do
interesting.
with Agrabah what they're doing right now with Mount Olympus, it would be worth it.
No.
I can't say I would be against it because I just love everything that
But-
is Kingdom Hearts. So,
But if they,
Yeah.
if they
I-
do what they
I
did
mean-
with Aladdin, or if they do what they did with Agrabah and Kingdom Hearts 2, I don't want it. Because
Well-
I'm really annoyed about how they did Return of Jafar in Kingdom Hearts 2. It's very
oh, with
very
the writing the
disappointing.
carpet section, that was a little weird.
Just the
Yeah.
whole thing. It was very like they took Return of Jafar and watered it down to just battle with Jafar.
Just battle with them. Let's go.
To be fair, a lot of the Disney movies were quote unquote watered down.
Yeah.
That was
But-
a good pun. That was pretty good.
And yet it sold millions. Good work. And here we are talking about it.
I really think what's missing from Kingdom Hearts 3 is like a dedicated water-ish focused level that's not Atlantica.
Or Demix.
Demix. Oh yeah, I guess I have to be around. But chances of maybe like the movie, Atlantis: The Lost Empire, being in Kingdom Hearts 3 is kind of high in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what else
Something
is
that was
missing?
actually brought up by a
Oh.
coworker is that if they were to somehow integrate Treasure Planet into the Gummy Ship section
Ooh.
and have
That would be
and
crazy. Or
not
Peter
have-
Pan even.
the same
yeah,
way,
and
the,
not
the
have
way
like
they did,
a world.
Deep Space. Or
Yeah,
that.
they kind of did it with Deep Space completely. Something like that, or even if they don't want to have the world, but have a mini section or have something.
Even
or
just like a
references.
cameo of seeing
Yeah.
this ship fly by or something.
Yeah,
I'm so excited that
Jim.
they're talking about like doing the oh gosh, what was it? It was like live oh gosh, help me out.
Motion capture.
No, they were gonna do gummy ship missions that were like
the
Oh
open
yeah,
world.
open world.
it wasn't just traveling from world to world. It was like
Yeah,
an
it's gonna
open
be open world
kind of-
where it was like
yeah,
exploration and
That's so weird to me. I can't fathom it.
I know, I can't imagine it either. Like, I don't understand, but I'm excited.
I imagine
Do you
if
think,
they,
like-
when they do that, I imagine that they're gonna end up getting rid of the world map, because the world map isn't gonna make any sense anymore if you have an
Yeah.
open world. kind
Right.
of-
Well, I was just thinking, like, do you think that maybe they would do world traveling such that, like, when you approach a world, the environment sort of like becomes that sky, and you enter. It's very seamless, you know, rather than just clicking go to
Ooh.
world, go to save point. You think it would be like a sort of seamless transition? I can't. I think that would be so cool.
That would. I feel like that might be a little bit of a pain for like speedrunners that just want to get from world to world.
Yeah, it'd be very. What was that game that did very badly? With all
Days.
the.
Oh, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky. It'd be very No Man's Sky like, but
Right. But I think
Well, if they
there's like
do-
a first playthrough.
If they do what they did with Kingdom Hearts 1, where they introduce a warp kind of system,
oh yeah,
Oh yeah, they could have two different ways of traveling around if you want to get from place to place really fast, or if you wanted to have that seamless transition, or maybe just like they have that seamless transition when you first enter the world, and then if you go back there multiple times, you can warp or something. That'd be cool.
that'd be so
That'd be
wild.
super cool.
And we're gonna see probably like flying, heartless gummy ships just like in every other game, but they'll like chase you down if it's an open world concept.
Yeah,
It's not gonna be like turn the camera and shoot this way.
yeah, or have the camera turn itself.
Wild. I'm so excited.
I
This
know.
game is
Oh,
gonna blow my mind.
gaming is great. So moving on with the trailer. That's right. We're talking about things. I love this little. This is a cute little scene. It's like
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. It's like they're keeping true to the movie.
He's such a big brother. I love
Yeah.
Sora.
So Sora's the best. And uh, the they're keeping the great jokes in the game.
Yes.
Here we get to the meat of the section.
Yes.
Actual game.
Now that we're already halfway done. So we have our command menu. I can't remember this one's name. This little monster thing in the lower left-hand corner.
Oh, I need to.
Does he have a name?
Open it.
But
I didn't. I saw it.
What's
but
that?
I didn't realize that that was an actual character in the original movie.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Yeah, on the command menu is a monster from the movie. I didn't even pay attention to that. No.
Wait, no. Sorry, I was thinking it was one of the teenager ones, but I think but I think the shorter one's a different color. The top part, that I remember specifically from the credits. There was this little snake
Yes.
thing moving throughout the doors.
Yes.
I think that's where this purple thing was from too, because I can't remember if there was a little purple guy in the movie.
Gosh, I should have watched the movie before.
I know, I thought
doing
about
the
it. I didn't have
podcast.
time.
Oh well, it's okay.
Yeah, and then
I'm a big fan that we have like command style or command menus that
Yes.
are customized to the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I
of
was
course
gonna
we see.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
I was
and then
gonna
we
be
have-
so frustrated. Back to Birth by Sleep / Recoded / Dream Drop Distance kind of command.
Anything that
menus.
wasn't too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we have this back. So here we see Sora running through what looks, and once again, look at all this.
Do you think
Look at-
that we're on top of the pillar that you were talking about? Like was in the background. This is just the top of one of those pillars.
See these things look in the distance.
Yeah.
So I think this might be on top of the. My guess was that this was on top of the building.
Okay.
And of course we see the. I forget that it's hard to
Is it
see because this
CSA?
isn't a very good quality video, but the TSA or whatever they were called, the quote unquote FBI of the monsters world.
They're chasing you down as a helicopter, which is amazing. You're being chased down by the monsters in Monsters Inc. This is, or maybe do you think that it's controlled by Heartless, or if we need it?
Maybe.
Ooh.
But regardless, you have this helicopter chasing you or pointing out where you're supposed to go. I'm not sure.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't end up like that Pete mission, don't get seen by Pete in days, I'll be okay.
Yeah, that can just not.
Yeah, that'd be
I
great.
think that what's interesting is that they keep bringing back this sort of like dive mechanic. And if you guys wanted to jump into this, maybe. But like they're bringing sort of like things from every single game into this game. Everything that worked, or I guess didn't work, and they retweaked it, is in this game. For example, like in DDD, they have this deep dive sort of thing. So whenever you fall from a high distance, you turn into this animation.
Yeah.
And then just from 0.2, you have the moving magic. You can do that kind of thing, and all the graphics have been updated. From Kingdom Hearts 2, you have your combo master, so it looks like you can end your combos with like a magic attack or something.
Yeah.
And you can dodge roll out of combos, which is wild.
Yeah, we'll see that a little bit in the trailer too. A little bit later in the trailer during like the Tangled section.
Yeah.
Something else I noticed: the keychain for the Monsters Inc. world is Monster Boo.
Oh
He's
yeah, that's
adorable.
right.
So
And then something. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this brings up an interesting thing that we've been noticing is that Sora ends up in what appears to be the beginning of each of these worlds with the world's keychain already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. You have
which
to
is
you
different
have
from
to
the past.
get this world's Keyblade before you're doing the world's mission, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's
I
very
still
different
think
from the past.
it's completely for the trailer.
You think it's for
and
the trailer?
completely for just showing off the different Keyblades just for the audience. I mean, that'd be cool if we got them before instead of after. That'd be very interesting. Yeah, but that's my guess. Something else I noticed about this little section is that first of all, fall hazard. Thanks for the warning. I don't know who installed this in here. Oh, it also looks like you're coming down for like apartment stairs,
Yes,
like fire
it
exits.
does look like that.
That's what it looks like here. But if we advance it, oh, that's never mind. That's the next building. Oh, so this is the Monsters Inc. building. So this might be.
Yeah, we're not connected to it, I guess.
Yeah, this might be an entire building separately. Something I noticed, you're falling in a very straight way, and he actually almost hits this, and then it pushes him a little bit.
Yeah.
So my guess is that you can't like fall out of bounds or anything. So like if you notice, see he gets pushed. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, he gets pushed. He almost gets pushed into it.
Okay.
Yeah, the wind lines kind of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Show you how it's a little angle.
Yeah.
And I think it's really, really fun, just this attention to detail where the helicopter points. You're supposed to go in this hole, and it just shines a light. Here,
it's like, all right, go in the hole. Neat.
It's really fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know,
I like when you move fast in this game, and it looks like Sora moves pretty fast when he does all this stuff.
Yeah. So on this screen, a little bit more to analyze. You have the balloons and the confetti and the banners from after the movie.
Hey,
where they're celebrating the laughs. So
I had never seen that either.
You have floods. You have the Unversed, of course. We get Vanitas revealed later in the trailer. I don't know what this is that they're locking onto, but it seems really weird to me.
Oh yeah, in the trailer they lock onto like this piece of wood that Sora uses thunder on or something. Maybe it's just like observe this thing. I'm not sure what it could be here.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat to lock onto that. I didn't catch that either. Oh,
yeah. This is things I'm observing now. I didn't go later. Oh wait, it has an HP bar.
Oh.
Maybe it's oh, it could be a flood in the ground. That's my guess.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So, and then we have the shortcut menu, where we have Firaga, Eraga, Thundaga, and Blizzard. So, we're getting high-level magic pretty early on. Or, once again, it could just be for the trailer. We don't know. And we have Donald and Goofy with their default weapons from the previous games. And we see a couple more enemies. This little weird beetle-looking turtle thing. We have one here, a blue one, and then like a green and brown one.
Yeah.
In the interviews, they were saying that you get like a heartless capture system, and there'd be rare versions as well as like regular versions. So my guess is like this is like a rare version of whatever that heartless thing is. This could be just a regular enemy. We could have something like Pirates, where there's non-heartless or nobody. Like there's just Monsters Inc. enemies. Or there's Tangled enemy, like we have the people in the bar from Tangled, or we have monsters that caught you, fight you, or something.
Yeah.
So that could be a thing.
Cool is that this like turtle thing, whatever it is that you attack with, it reminds me a lot of the BBS, like orb things that like you had to attack its like back spinning panel sort of whatever, and if you attacked it it wouldn't like go crazy, but if you attacked it in the front it like grew big and rolled.
The ones that are
I know what you're doing.
Let's see.
But these turtle things remind me of that because it looks like if you like advance frame by frame that if you attack it grows bulbously at the bottom and then starts bouncing around.
Tank top.
Oh yeah, it gives you a little like bubble thing.
Yeah, and then it starts attacking you. It looks like it's vulnerable there, but maybe that's like his super armor.
Yeah.
So these look like the enemies that are going to be as annoying as those rolling pulleys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have Sully getting on that Goofy carrying the groceries pose.
He's doing his best.
Yeah. And we have Thundaza, activating, and we also have these little snake. Sorry, poor quality video, but we have these little snake enemies as well, like right there.
Oh,
they remind me of Randall.
Yeah, tiny little Randalls.
I like also when you use any magic in this trailer, you have like 3 little dots to the right. That indicates to me that you have lots of customizability when you want to, put things wherever. You don't just have like those 4 slots when you hit L1. You can click down and access four more and four more.
Yeah, so we might have we might be
that.
able to have more. We'll have more slots for magic items. Maybe
That'll help
could
the
be something else.
speedrunners
I
a lot
don't know.
too, because they can like sometimes you have to recustomize your magic, and it would help to just have three things they can just always go to.
Oh, completely.
Right. It also opens
and-
up the question like what else can you put if you have like 3 pages of shortcuts? You know, how much more
You think
magic
you can put
or
like summons there?
yeah, like
Quick
are we gonna
summon
be able to put summon
aerial.
tokens, or are we gonna have that many different kinds of magic?
Quick
Maybe.
equip armor.
I was gonna say in the regular menu we only have, of course we could have like vertical menus again, but and nothing's finalized. But we only have attack, magic items, and link. So that link could be just doing like the old limit system with like uh, Sully and Mike, or that could be the new summon thing with like Ariel that we'll see later.
Yeah.
So
The link makes me think like you might have specific final things with Donald, Goofy, Sully, and Mike, but you might, yeah, like you said, also have access to specific, maybe world-specific summons or the Dream Eater thing that we see later on in this world. So I think that's all sort of compartmentalized in the link sort of selection.
Yeah,
Huh.
that could be.
Just general attacks with
Also
other characters.
Yeah. Something I just noticed, Sora's green in this photo.
Oh gosh, don't do this.
He's changing color again.
We have to analyze all this. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
so I didn't notice that he turned green, but I do notice later on in the trailer he's orange, like in the I don't know if you guys saw the screenshots that leaked in December. He was orange in all of those screenshots.
He's orange a little bit later in this trailer.
And yeah, he's orange a
maybe
little later in this trailer. So I wonder if those are like dry forms or if those are different. Like I wonder what that's supposed to mean or imply.
Yeah, or how you get him to change colors and whatnot.
Yeah.
Also, looks like these little snake things up front aren't unversed. I'm seeing the little unversed symbol right here.
What I think about the green thing is he collected a health orb.
Oh, that could be it.
Or that.
Because I'm cycling through this moment. It looks like he just did that.
Yeah, he's gray here and then green and then goes back to gray.
I'm thinking he goes to orange whenever he enters his power form or his guard form.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
see,
he's right here.
He's orange here.
Yeah.
Oh, these are cool little the Keyblade effects.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool.
You see him attack again. Just kind of pausing and looking for things.
What do you think about? Do you think this world's gonna have the hammer form thing, or will it just be Quick Claws? For example, like is Quick Claws a power form transformation? Maybe the hammer form is like the guard. That doesn't reverse that. But like,
no, I got you.
Yeah, is the claw thing and the hammer thing specific to like guard form and power form, or do you think that's just world specific?
I don't know. I think it depends on the Keyblade, is what I'm guessing. Oh, and it looks like these big beetle things are unversed as well.
Yeah.
But
the Quick Claws remind me a lot of the double arrow guns from Traverse Town in the previous trailer.
Yeah, or Twilight Town. Yeah.
Twilight Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of my guess.
I don't know. See, there's so many. Sure. We've seen so many instances where Sora changes his appearance and the Keyblade, and different reasons why he does so. So it's really interesting to try and understand.
Unfortunately, they keep cutting around. I just want to see a sequence of Sora's combo.
I know.
Keep cutting it. I mean, it's cool. I want to know what the gameplay is like. I wish they would do like that Square would release the like this is how we program the combat, and like did a full demo for that, like they did with some other games. But
yeah, that'd be nice. Some mode I kind of hope they have. You know how in the Smash games they have like they have this mode where you're in a blank room against like a beanbag or something, and you're attacking it, so you could like practice combos and stuff without like being. So you're in combat, but you don't have to worry about being attacked.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool, just so you could experiment with different combos and your magic and different things.
Was
and
there
just the gameplay
was
mechanics in general.
was there a function like that similar in Final Fantasy 15? I want to say
Uh,
like you could go to the castle and practice with your friends.
well, there was little sparring moments. I haven't explored that game completely yet, but there might have been.
They're probably gonna do the release of Kingdom Hearts 3 similar to Final Fantasy 15, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be fun if we could spar and actually learn how to use all these combos. It'll probably just be like Kingdom Hearts 2 and 1 though, where you can just you get one new ability. Here's just practice using it, or maybe it'll be like 0.2 where like it flashes on screen how to use dash or something.
That would be nice. An actual useful tutorial would be fantastic because the tutorials in Kingdom Hearts 2 were so monotonous and boring and pointless. Here's how to equip an ability. Here's 5 pages of it.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that and they didn't tell you how to use summons. You just had to experiment, which
Yep.
like in the heat of the game, you kind of were given missions immediately, and so you just did the missions. You didn't really explore what summons did.
Right, yeah, like Chicken Little was good for like crowd control, and Genie was good in these instances, and
Yeah,
and what
Stitch can
each
heal you.
what each ability did, you had no idea what the abilities did.
I like so much how they did. I'm just talking about all the different games I've played now. How they
I
did
know, right?
Super Mario Odyssey, where you knew what each combination of buttons did if you hit start and like clicked on the move menu. It like
Yeah,
had a demonstration of each move. It'd be fun if they did that for Kingdom Hearts 3, but
Yeah, that'd be nice. Like what I think they do that in a lot of fighting games too.
that is to say, if the combos are really complex and advanced, like they seem to be, I'm hoping that there's lots of options for combat in Kingdom Hearts 3, and that's not just like a push X and push triangle sometimes.
Right.
We'll see.
And here we see those billions and billions of doors. I want to go through every single one of them.
I'm so
Do you think
excited
you
for
can-
this world, for this room, and for this world in general. Like, just how much, again, going back to all the detail that they've added to it.
Yeah, I think like how open Tangled looked with like you're on or no, Olympus, how you're on a mountain and you can like come down so far, and how like deep it was. I think the way they're gonna handle this is that they're gonna have because you can't really be. I mean, the factory can be big, yes, but it seems like an enclosed building. With this, I feel like they're gonna have the doors be how open, how they're gonna show how this world is very open.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
I'm so
Whereas
curious to see like what happens if Sora can fall off the door, like what would happen to the game.
Right. Yeah.
Or if it's just like you have to push, triangle to hold onto the door and push triangle again to get on the rail,
Mhm.
and like those are only two options.
Right.
Yeah.
See how that's gonna
Yeah, and it kind of shows that a little bit here that he goes from rail slide to nothing and then take cover.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if he can just jump to the right and then just die.
Right.
I want to see what happens there.
I'm very
My
curious
guess
because
is
I
it
feel like
probably-
if he jumps off in the past in Kingdom Hearts games, he'll generally live. But that's a really, really high jump.
That brings into question, like, is this whole level that we're seeing where he's sliding on the doors travelable? Or is it just this sort of, like, programmed, you have to raid the rails down to that one level where you fight?
That would be my guess. That's like unless we have like he can go to certain points, like he can get on this ledge here, or he can jump off at like this point, but he can't get off at these points. Because it looks like, because looking at that reaction command, or
It kinda
whatever
looks like
you
it's
want to
pretty
call
set,
it, it's
right?
reaction command, in disguise as something else. It goes from rail slide to nothing and then take cover. So my guess is he didn't jump up there, like freely. That was part. They must have like taken over the jump button or the attack button or something.
Pre-programmed
so-
kind of do.
Yeah, that's my guess.
You can see, like, a mistake in the animation if you go frame by frame. There's one scene where he's jumping through the rail. But,
Oh yeah, I did notice that as well. It's a little bit hard. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to see, and we're kind of running a little long, so I won't. But
Oh, sorry.
It's
okay.
That's okay. We're here for fun, so. But yeah, feel free to explore that. I did notice that as well. How Sora transcends matter itself, turns to any phantom, and then gets on the rail. And then we see the shot lock here thing here again. So my guess is like if he's on a rail, like he was in 3D, where where he does the rail slide thing or the rail slide activates or whatever. Is this shot lock thing going to be automatic then, or are you going to be holding down R1 to or whatever button to lock onto it, or is this all going to be one continuous thing where it's like it gets me a little curious on how they're going to handle this rail slide shot lock thing because we've only seen this shot lock thing happen while he's rail sliding.
It'd be so much better if it wasn't an automatic thing, but I really wouldn't mind either way. But if it was like you had to hold R1 or else they would hit you and lower your HP, that'd be good. I would be all about that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it looks like he did jump at that point, so there's at least some way to jump off. Yeah. And and moving along here, we have those dandelion seeds and the full-on dandelion heartless, and we see the Kingdom of Corona Blade for the first time.
Yeah.
So long. That's gonna be like the equivalent of the blade that Leon gives you.
Yeah, I wonder if length is gonna be another part in this game, like it was in 1 and 2.
Just this massive hitbox.
Right. And then we see a little bit more of the environment. It looks like they're on a path. It looks like that scene where Entangled, where they just got out of the castle and she's going through the field and she's like, "This is great. This is awful.
Yeah.
This is great. This is awful."
I'm so excited to explore all of this.
I know.
It's just absolutely infested with Heartless.
Why do we have
But
to
I'm
worry?
a little concerned about how sort of like free all those triangle commands are. You get this Mirage staff access. You get all your special super magic attacks just like by hitting an enemy twice. It's like, I don't know. This feels too easy. But maybe they're just showing off for the trailer. So.
Yeah, there's so many mechanics that I have no idea how it's gonna work, and I'm afraid I'm gonna get lost at first, and then I'm just not gonna use a mechanic throughout the first playthrough.
I don't want to play Kingdom Hearts by hitting triangle every other button. That'd be not great.
Yeah. Let's play Kingdom Hearts 2 again and just hit triangle at every instance.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2 is so fun, but they balance all this stuff, and just I'm so concerned about all this other stuff. But it all looks fun, so whatever. I'm here to experience the end of the story.
I think the key is that they would just have to make sure that they explain it well, how it all works. Because, for example, I know in Kingdom Hearts 2, you could get away with you can use square to attack, but I went through most of the game without ever realizing that until I started reading descriptions in the abilities list. And then I was like, oh, hey, I can press square to chuck a Heartless in the air? What the heck?
Yeah. I didn't know you could use square until I played the Final Mix version to do like a horizontal slash. I thought that was just when he went back and forth when on the ground. I'm like, oh, wait, this is a completely different thing.
Oh my gosh, you guys, how did you beat Sephiroth without horizontal slashing? That's like all I did was I tossed him in the air and horizontal slashed with like a berserker for a little bit.
It was like we were saying, triangle commands and Trinity.
Okay. So here's also the thing. I'd never used any Trinities in Kingdom Hearts 2 when I played. So I guess that's just where our play style differs. But
yeah, I never really used that either, but that's another tangent I can go on and my experiences with Kingdom Hearts, the series and whatnot.
So going back to
we're here for the trailer.
About, I think that's what Nomura mentioned or was referring to a couple months ago when he talked about all these different gameplay styles in Kingdom Hearts 3 is that we're going to be able to basically have our own choice of what we use, what we don't use. Like, we're not required to use all of it.
Because you can appease those people that like really flashy things that aren't too practical, and you could have those other people that like completely practical, screw flashy. You can choose what you want to use.
That'd be so cool if you could set it as like a customizable thing in your main menu. You just like customize, are you an aggressive player, or are you a magic player? What if like in the beginning when you choose magic, or when you choose staff, sword, and shield, you have to sort of like dedicate yourself to a specific playstyle? That's probably not going to be happening, but
no. But that would be interesting.
What?
I wonder
What?
if another thing, will they have Dive to the Heart in this game? Ooh.
Oh gosh. Well, they have to
They have
because
to.
flipping every single person is in Sora's heart, and they have to talk to them somehow.
Can you imagine instead of the pillars being Disney princesses, there's now one for like Roxas and Ventus and Xion and all these other
Please,
people.
I want
Yes,
it.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we just do the same thing as in Kingdom Hearts 1, but instead of Waka, Tidus, and Selphie, it's you actually talk to like Roxas and Xion and
Oh yeah, like at the end of DDD with Riku
yeah, that'd be cool.
on Destiny Islands. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then Sora wakes up and
All
he's
right.
confused.
So the trailer, the command menu. Once again, we get the new style. We get to see Flynn Rider and Rapunzel in action. Her Rapunzel
Yes.
swinging around with her hair, and Flynn riding around with his boulder and using a frying pan a little bit earlier. Both very wonderful things.
I think
That's
that
very
Tangled.
appropriate.
I think that what's her name, Rapunzel, like only does the hair flinging thing to a tree whenever she's near one. So I'm guessing that's just a specific environmental attack. That when I'm near a tree, I'll whip around it. But
Yeah.
what's her like
right.
secondary attack if she is not by a tree, like later
She
on in the
chucks
world?
her
For
hair.
example, when they have to go to the Kingdom of Corona,
She
chucks it like
swings
a
around the
whip.
castle.
she
Or
has
that-
the thing where she like spins around, which is neat.
Or
Yeah.
that.
But it looks like every character has like two sort of like modes of attack. Rapunzel's
helicopter
looks
whip.
to be the spinning hair thing, and also the tree rotation thing. And then Flynn's is the barrel riding and the pan
And the
smacking.
pan.
She might have a pan as well. We don't know because she did use a pan in the movie. She was one of the people that used a pan in the movie, so she was the first one. So she could have a pan as well. Yeah.
I think this one world is what I'm looking forward to the most. Just I love this movie. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be what Namara said. He's revealing worlds. Hello, Goofy. Goofy doing a dodge roll.
Oh my god! What? You stopped on the worst phrase.
I know, beautiful. That's there we go. So shoot, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I think Namaro said he was going to reveal the worlds in the order that they're supposed to go in, with the exception of with the exception of Big Hero 6 because Disney pushed that one. That's actually going to be later. But I think it's going to go like Olympus, then Tangled, then Toy Story, then Monsters Inc., then something else, then Big Hero 6 or something like that. So we know that Olympus is first, but beyond that, we're not really sure.
We're not entirely sure. And I remember there's an interview that says Twilight Town comes before Olympus, doesn't it?
They said that was
possibly?
going to be like the tutorial.
Like a tutorial world, right?
I don't know who they was. I just remember hearing that or reading that somewhere.
I wonder if that's going to be the hub
I
world.
remember hearing that too. Ooh.
I want to see Pence, Olette, Hayner. I want to see all of them in
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts 3 graphics. Oh gosh.
Oh,
I want to
no.
see Lee in Kingdom Hearts 3 graphics.
We'll definitely see Lee. Pence. I'd like to see Pence and Haney and all that.
give me Lord Pence.
Yes, that's metal. All right. We see, like you were talking about earlier, we see him dodge roll out of a combo. Great. Being able to cancel your combos, fantastic.
Was that in 0.2?
Sort of. I think it was a lot slower than what we're being shown here. Well, we won't know until we get to play the game. But from what little I played, what little I saw, I think it was you were able to, but it was slower.
Yeah, I think you could cancel out of combos in 0.2. I don't take my word for that, but I think you do that, and you could also like end your combos with magic. So I guess they're kind of lifting a page from 0.2. Also, Aqua just plays slower than Sora. She's
That's fair. Yeah. And we see these fancy. I call them bird heartless. They're not bird, but they have bird feet.
Oh yeah.
But like the red nocturnes and all the ones we've seen, they have weird. They're not plain anymore. They have weird designs. So I'm wondering if they're like there's like fire and fire birds, and then there's like fire birds or fire birds. Like
Oh,
there's
you think
different-
there are different like tiers of heartless magic enemies? That's cool.
Like this is like Kiraga bird or something.
I remember in Kingdom Hearts 2 they had those really big fire. Oh
Yes.
gosh, what are they called?
They're really
The
annoying.
fire, whatever.
They're really annoying.
And then they also have the tiny ones. So
Oh yeah.
Crimson
it would
Jet.
be neat to see different tiers of the Heartless enemies. That'd be neat.
Yeah.
I thought that the green ones were like healing Heartless for the longest time. Nocturnes is what they're called, green Nocturnes.
Yeah.
But I guess these
Requiems.
are the area ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Requiem. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, so all right. Yeah, I thought they were healing, but they're just area, which you can
Oh
see.
Yeah.
In that
Oh, those did like. Oh yeah, that did arrow, and there was one that did like lightning. I think. If you go a little farther back.
There's so much happening in this 10 seconds of the trailer.
I know.
I know.
I love that Rapunzel walks.
Oh yeah, this one
around.
uses a thunder attack. I think.
Is it? Maybe these are just like miscellaneous all magic.
Yeah, that's thunder. Oh, maybe.
Green means everything.
Green means everything. Actually, going back to that, we also see they're doing the command menu color change thing again, where like there's a certain color for in combat, non-combat, which is great because I use that a lot.
Yes.
We see blue suited Sora with a staff called Mirage Staff.
Which looks to be the second form of the Kingdom Corona Keyblade.
Yeah, which is like, ooh, it's very Wisdom form like. Neat.
Do you think that Valor form has been repurposed to Power form and Wisdom is Guard now?
I thought that as well. That's what I'm thinking, or like Master to Guard and whatever this is, or something. Yeah, I don't know all the Kingdom Hearts 3 terms yet, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm guessing.
They can also do the thing where apparently you can have Kingdom Hearts 2 form Sora, and maybe he's accessed Wisdom form from his Kingdom Hearts 2 form in this trailer.
Maybe.
I don't know how this works, but
I'm not sure. So many
I'm guessing that like in Kingdom Hearts 3, you can have like the Power form, Wisdom form transformations, and you can also turn into your Kingdom Hearts 2 moveset because we've seen that.
Oh yeah.
And I guess drives come with that, and maybe Kingdom Hearts 1 limit, where you have your Kingdom Hearts 1 Ragnarok attacks and stuff like that. I don't know. There's a lot.
So many mechanics. I can't wait to explore all of them.
The Mirage staff looks so useful.
Yeah. It reminds me of which staff is it? I think it's like Save the Queen or something. It's like a palette swap of Save the Queen or Save the Queen Plus or something.
It does look like that.
It looks bigger than Sora.
What if like you have access to like sword like weapons and guard and like shield like weapons and staff like weapons from the beginning of the Dive into Heart from Kingdom Hearts 1, and like this is the staff from this world. I don't know. Wild.
So many theories. I love it. And then we see Sora doing a swimming animation.
Like Kingdom Hearts 1 and wasn't present in Kingdom Hearts 2. So maybe that will be... Do you think it's just there for show, or do you think it'll be used for platforming? Because that's lame if it's just there to get around, because I'd rather just like dash somewhere.
Right.
If it's there to like get on a hippo and jump up a mountain, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I'm not really sure. I personally think it's just there for show. I don't know. I don't see where it'd be useful. It doesn't look. It's hard to tell because they cut the trailer again. But it looks a lot faster than Kingdom Hearts 1 swimming. Thank goodness.
And in a previous trailer, you saw Sora like do like a whoa animation, like because he was in a river, he was going downstream. And so maybe that's connected to that. If you're in water at such height, you do the whoa animation. If you're deep, you just do like a swimming animation. So
kind of makes me curious if he's able to. There's not a reaction command for it or anything, but that'd be cool if he could like dive. And like there's a whole nother deep dive, yeah. If there's like more to explore underneath here, that'd be kind of neat to be able to implement as well.
Yeah.
Like there's treasure chests underneath
whole
there.
Hidden underwater world.
See, there's the underwater world we wanted. Perfect.
It's in every world.
Yeah. You just find Aladdin and Atlantica in every world in some place. And then you see more environment. Yay, environment. And then you get the aerial summon thing, which she's very Shiva-like. Lock time.
Do you think this is an
16,
attack, or what do you think that she does? You think it's an AOE, or maybe like she heals you?
I think she sings the enemies away.
Alright, same.
But
Of course, why did I think of that?
it starts a Kingdom Hearts 2 style gameplay where you have to start singing and all the enemies just run away.
Oh
You
god.
summon her and you have to click triangle at the right time and square at the right time. It's the worst.
Oh gosh, please don't. I actually paused at a really good frame. More things I didn't notice. But yeah, the way she summoned reminds me of Shiva a lot from the Final Fantasy series. I don't know why. Maybe it's just how flowy she is. I tried looking at like different summons and animations of Shiva being summoned if it was like she had something similar, but it really wasn't. But she's just very flowy, and water ice. But on this frame, it looks like lock time 16. We got lock time 16. We have 0 hits, so it looks like
This is a shot lock. Yeah.
It's a shot
yeah,
lock.
we have the shot lock thing
the
happening.
focus bar is depleted a little bit, so this must be the staff shot lock.
Yeah.
It looks like when you select your shot lock, whatever is it, R1 or R2, you have access to do flow chain movement, or you can do the actual attack, which in this case is just spectral rays or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe you have different, like, Keyblade specific shot locks.
Ooh, that would be cool. Like we have one with the Monsters Inc. did a certain thing, and although the Monsters Inc. one and the Olympus one looked a little bit similar, so kind of curious if maybe I just didn't notice that.
Maybe if they're blades, then you get a certain shot lock, but if you're in power form, you get a different shot lock. And
yeah.
I have no idea. I'm just spitballing.
No, this is good. All the theories.
God, I love the Mirage Staff. It's got that crazy finisher in the next scene.
Yeah. This part I'm gonna go a little slow at because there's a lot going on in that. No, not you. Come on. There's kind of a lot going on right there, so I'll kind of go a little bit slower here. Okay, we have, and it's not good quality, I apologize. There's some enemy in front of him. Oh yeah, what do you think this pink diamond thing is?
I'm guessing that's just like the range of the laser that gets emitted, and if you're within the range that the lasers encircle, then you get hit.
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah.
And it looks like we have dusks recurring again. It's a little bit hard to see, but we have one here, we have one here, we have one doing the really stretchy thing over here. So
yeah, this is Marluxia.
Yeah,
she's goofing off in here. So he summoned all these nobodies, and you can see a little bit later on. There's a nobody with a scythe. So
yeah, you can see the scythe come into play in just a second here, I think. Yep, right there. There's the Marluxia scythe, and then we have this little. I don't know what you want to call it. It was in the first trailer, but where you have like an aerial sonic blade teleporty dash thing.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, oh wait, no, this is different. I'm sorry. This is more like Duck Flare from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't make that connection. Yeah, it's very similar to Duck Flare.
Yeah, because he's
the first part.
there.
Yeah. And then you have whatever this is.
This is the finisher for sure. This is like the hammer just does that massive blow. This is like the. I mean, I'm almost certain that's what this is because it's a giant AOE attack. Just attacks everybody, and
shoots lasers everywhere.
You think it'll be that long in the final game? It's not like bugging me a bunch because I don't speedrun games, but
right.
You click a button, it takes 10 seconds off your time.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll have like in Kingdom Hearts 2 where if you had summons you had like full animation, auto animation, and like no animation, where you could stop the like when you summon something that shitty licks your face, you could skip that entire part.
Remember how in Kingdom Hearts 1 it did this whole cinematic when you summoned anybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a nightmare.
Yeah. But I wonder if you could skip, like, there's options for that as well. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, maybe you can set it in your customize. You can be like, oh, just summon animation off.
And, like, finisher animation off, so, or, like, quick or fast or whatever. That'd be
Speed up my game. Let's go.
Let's go.
You think this game's going to run in 60 frames per second?
Yes.
I hope so, but there's one part that I hope it doesn't run at 60 FPS, and I'll show that in a minute. Oh yeah, and then we see the Toy Story command menu as well. We've got the little toy. We get a bunch of toys. And we
This
get
insane sequence here.
and we show a little bit closer of the hammer head the sheriff thing. We see the large bodies are back.
Which enemy is Toy Story? That's young Xehanort, I think.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Which enemy controls the Toy Story world? I think it's young Xehanort.
Yeah, that's young Xehanort.
So he'll control, I guess, the Heartless. Sure.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like there's a different enemy type for each world. So I'm kind of curious if those Dandelion Heartless are actually Dandelion Nobodies or something. They just don't have the right color scheme. They just they didn't get the memo to the party that only.
Come on, guys, dress up in the same color. Let's go.
Right. But then we see a bunch of, I don't know what's going on here. It's just a bunch of balls all over the place. They're not popping. They're not attacking enemies. They're just kind of there.
Yeah, it's weird. They're just balls from a ball pit. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
And
really
then
weird
we
because it looks like there's an HP gauge to it.
Maybe the mission is destroy all the balls.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where I can't find the lock on. I can't really see. Oh no, it's locking onto this Heartless here. So that's what the HP is. So
it's so weird that you can just waste that big Mad Teacup's attack on what seems to have no like enemy status, just the ball.
Yeah, it's like, oh, and they're called Mad Teacups, by the way, is the official name, and Cup Slide is the finisher or whatever. But yeah, if we have to pop these balls, they're using this entire animation for teacups to pop this one, and it's not working.
It's not working. Maybe it's like it just gives you HP. Like the green ones give you HP, the yellow ones restore your focus. But
oh yeah. Oh wait, yeah. Did you see that? Look at his HP gauge. Right before transition. Yep, right there. Before it transitioned to the screen, it went up.
No, wait. I think that might have just been the scene cut. I was. Oh wait, no, you're right. It does.
Yeah.
It heals him for some reason.
Shoot, I can't click too fast because it goes out of full screen mode. But yeah, it definitely does.
If you want to go up by frames, you can just hit period and comma.
Haha. Look at me using YouTube commands that my brother taught me earlier, and I completely forgot.
Here you go, listeners. This is a
But yeah,
tip for navigating YouTube.
Yeah, but here we are. Yeah, the HP gauge is full here, and we're still in Toy Story World. So, I wonder, you might be right there. Look at them chilling in the cups. And then we have Toy World, as opposed to other Toy World. But
what the heck is this? Where do you imagine this scene is happening in the Toy Story World? Is this after they go to Galaxy Toys, or?
I'm guessing this might be like a little, because you have a little bit of sky here too. So there's, I don't know.
But it also looks like a play mat.
Oh, completely, because Sora's not that tall in comparison with the building. Like, and this is very like block-like, and these are very toy. Yeah, this is very toy-like, like more toy-like than the actual Toy Story World.
I want to say that the ball pit thing happens right after talking to young Xehanort from the D23 2017 trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go into the ball pit, and then I'm thinking that this whole thing happens. This is like the final boss of the world, but wouldn't you imagine the case being that you have to fight the organization at the end of each world, like each member of the organization?
Not if you want. Not if the plot is to fight them all simultaneously at the end.
Oh, you're right. I totally slipped my mind. Yeah, you're gonna have to do that big clash at the end. Maybe you can fight them and then just do the thing
like
where you fight them all at the end. Anyway,
like Demix in the Coliseum.
Maybe you have to visit the worlds a lot, and like this is the first visit, and like the first time you visit, you have to fight this weird Heartless. And
yeah, or maybe this is like a mini boss, and then there's a bigger boss at the end.
Yeah, it could be.
Because I really want to fight Emperor Zurg.
This is insane. There's so many attacks happening at once. There's freaking missiles.
I know. There's missiles going everywhere. There's a plane in the background. Everything's strewn about. You see that destructible environment thing all over again. You see this rocket from the movie.
Buzz, rockets explode.
Wait, ah! Yeah, you see, and it is a Heartless once again. UFO. Oh, and the ground is a puzzle.
You can control this rocket, which is going to be wild.
I hope so.
Oh, man. Rocket Ruckus, Rocket Strike. What?
Yep, Rocket Strike and Rocket Ruckus is
If you cancel, do you just jump off? Is that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
The other thing, I watched another analysis, and look at the HP gauge as it hits, like of the enemy. So that big thing, and then,
Nothing. Chip damage, love it.
Yay, chip damage. Um,
Maybe they just toned down all the damage output for the
Yeah.
trailer so that the enemies wouldn't die.
yeah, please don't let that be. Chip
They
damage.
changed a lot of the damage output, I think, for 0.2 after it was out.
Yeah.
I'd love to not be a beta tester for Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, I'd love for it to be as it will be in 6 months as soon as it's released. I don't want
completely.
to see a bunch of DLC for
We-
fixing all these issues.
Yeah, we better not have any DLC or any bug fixing DLCs, and we better not have any. We better get a demo. I would love a demo.
Oh, they'll definitely do a demo. Probably at E3, I imagine, when they release the release date, which is also what I imagine.
Because that was, and then this is the same enemy again, and now it's nighttime, so that's interesting. And you see more platforming, which
Stage 2.
looks fun. I wish we could see it all in one go, because once again, it keeps getting cut off.
Keep the listeners engaged.
Yeah,
Keep the watchers engaged.
Seriously.
This is what they're doing when they're cutting this trailer. Just show them as many flashy things as possible.
Perfect.
This does look like the second form of this enemy. Just like in 0. And just keep relaying everything to 0.2 because they keep saying that's the tech demo. I think that every enemy has like 2 stages, just like the last boss did.
Yeah, like they had the Demon Tide or whatever the English name of that was. How it had like just the regular thing, and then their eyes started glowing after its HP got down or whatever.
And it changed the scenery too, because in the last battle 0.2, like the world went black, and then it did the whole tornado thing, whatever. So that was the second stage of that. And I think when the world goes black in this trailer, in the Toy Story thing, that's this enemy's second stage. But
yeah, that'd be cool if this game definitely took that whole phase thing into account. Because Kingdom Hearts 2 did that a little bit. 2FM did that a lot with the data.org, and Sephiroth and Lingering Will. With the harder bosses, they definitely did that, but with some of the other ones, they didn't really take advantage of that. So that'd be cool if they took advantage of that with a lot of bosses. That'd be fantastic.
I'd be so happy. And I'm absolutely going to be using fire all over every single of these enemies.
Burn
Especially when you're
everything.
flying around. Like, look at how high you are above that last one. I'm just going to be shooting fire all freaking day.
Yeah. Oh, something else I noticed. It's like the square. You know the reaction commands, only it's a square.
Oh, wait,
Right
you're
here.
right. And we also had that square animation whenever you were jumping between buildings. Maybe that's you can flow chain to it or something.
Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, it did pop up. So maybe that's the button that we're going to be using for platforming. That'd be interesting. And then we're back to Monsters Inc. World. It looks like we are on a platform in that door part we were in earlier.
Yeah, this is right after that.
Yeah, I don't know if those are connected or anything or how that works, but it looks like we also have Heartless in this world as well. So it's not just Unversed in Monsters Inc. and just Nobodies in Tangled World and just Heartless in Toy Story. We have Heartless in this world, and we have... So it looks like we're going to be doing a lot of mixing enemies. And then we see the pink birds again.
Yeah, fire or something.
So maybe. And then we see the flow motion
Gosh.
thing again.
How do you feel about that? Flow motion making a return to being near lampposts.
As long as they fix the whole accidentally dodge roll into a wall and then accidentally go into flow motion thing, that would be great. I wouldn't mind it. I think it'll add to the platforming a little bit and your attacks and whatnot. But as long as they fine tune it from what it was in 3D, I think it'll be great.
Yeah.
Or something that a work friend of mine pointed out is that one of the biggest problems he had was 3D was that you had access to too many flow motion things too quickly. He thought it would be cooler if you you could only do lampposts after beating the first world, and then you could do rails after being second world, and then like you would unlock different flow motion types as you went along the game. So
Yeah,
kind of, so I think that, and I think that would have improved that game quite a bit, and that would have made certain areas unlockable, like they were in the first game. Like you couldn't access the entire world.
That'd be so crazy if like you could unlock specific parts of the world only after doing another world's flow motion ability.
Right.
Just like Trinities were in Kingdom Hearts 1, like where you could only go to the Red Trinity after doing Tarzan or whatever it was.
Right, and then you had things like high jump and after a certain and glide after a certain point, so you couldn't reach the top roofs. So you could it added to both more world exploration later, as well as I think replayability as well.
Yeah, the replayability would be hugely impacted by doing all these different things. I don't want to just visit the world once and then never go there again.
Oh yeah,
right.
Keep
I want to play this. I like 0.2 was, I think it was like, oh, that was nice the first time, but there's nothing drawing me back, to be honest. It's like I want to be able to come back and be like, I want to explore more. And one of the biggest pulls for Kingdom Hearts 1 for me is that every time I play that game, I learn something new. And I've played that dozens of times. It's just, there's so much to learn about that game, and there's so much to interact with, that I have a different experience every time, and it's great. And I really hope that comes back into Kingdom Hearts 3.
That comes to play with all the detail they'll add to the world. It looks like they're adding lots of detail, but I really hope they don't stay with the 0.2. Only go to this world once. I mean, granted, that game was like 4 hours to get through, and you can just replay the whole game if you were interested. But it'd be so cool if I could revisit these worlds and like find something else. Just like the Cavern of Remembrance. The first time I found that, I was like, "What is this big hole doing in this side of this rock?" I only found out about that by going back to Hollow Bastion after beating the game. It's like, oh, well, this is neat.
Yeah. So definitely. So I feel good about flow motion, and I just hope they implement it well and fine tune it. So we have him doing that. We have him doing the click claws thing again. Rest in peace, this large body that gets trapped in these yo-yo chakram things.
Yeah. So the leak was true that not only was Monsters Inc. revealed, but Sora's also yellow or orange whenever he enters whatever form this is.
These twin yo-yos, I guess, is what they're called.
Yeah.
Do you think this is an escort mission where you have to get Boo to the other side with laugh power or something?
I was kind of thinking that. I hope not, but maybe they'll make a fun escort mission. There's been fun escort missions, right?
I was about to say, which escort mission has ever been fun?
I don't know, but or maybe this is like her. Like there are certain points where you could use a quote unquote limit with her, and this is a limit thing now. I'm pretty sure this looks like an escort mission.
Maybe it's like the Minnie Mouse thing you did in Kingdom Hearts 2, where you had to get her to her throne and then go to the Timeless River.
That was the best escort mission in this entire series. Like it was still kind of crappy, but it was the best one because she did.
You could see the target just go that way.
Get obliterated, and just everybody around her just. And she was an atom bomb. No wonder her people cower before her.
Cower before her.
She is our queen.
I hate how like you had to escort Pooh around in Kingdom Hearts 2, and he was just lumpy and slow.
Give me Minnie if anything, and that laugh power will be like, bro.
Maybe Boo will be fast.
Cower before Boo.
Let's go. She'll like laugh and then power all these machines to emit electricity or something.
Yeah. Ooh. But here's the other thing. That was in a giant group of Heartless, and it looks like it only captured just the one large body, so... And you're using this big, long animation to kill one Heartless that is seemingly,
pretty low.
For lack of a better term, an entry-level Heartless.
Maybe it's like in the D23 2017 trailer, where like you use the claw to grab one Heartless and smash them around to everybody else. Maybe it's like you use the yo-yos to claw this one Heartless and spin them around,
No, maybe. That'd be kind of cool if they did that. But once again, they cut it off, so we'll never know.
So we'll never know. Come on. Square, let's go.
Oh my gosh, I just noticed something too. He has his eyes crossed there. And I think Uh, Mike does too, but he only has one eye, so you know. But it's a silly little picture. And then we see Sora using him as a bowling ball. This looks like a cutscene to me. I don't think this is gameplay.
You don't think this is like his limit?
Oh, it could be. I wonder. But I mean,
I think it is
the
a
HUD
cutscene just
disappears.
because. I think it is a cutscene just because Donald, Goofy, and Sully are just standing there
Mm-hmm.
instead of
How
doing
cool would
anything.
that be if you had to enter battles with cutscenes like this? That'd be
Ooh.
wild. And like this initiated the whole fight. That'd be so cool.
It's a bit long for my taste, but I think that'd be kind of cool. Or like if it was a forced Heartless fight, like the Battle of 1,000 Heartless was, or like just different parts.
Oh
or
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
that's what I
missions.
meant. Like this is a scripted kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, and this also makes a reference to. I wish I could remember what the line was
Mike said.
before it, but he.
I was
line
always
where
the
he says-
fastest one in gym class, but of course that was the ball.
Yeah, that
It was
one, and it's like
it was about yeah.
But okay, so and we see the Dream Eaters come back, and not just the Meow Wow, but every single freaking Dream Eater here. We
So
see
this
Zorb-
has to be a Link summon.
yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean,
Wonderful.
I don't think Dream Eaters are coming back, but I think you have a Meow Wow that will do this attack that releases all the Dream Eaters, and that's
Mhm.
just one of your first summons or something.
Yeah, and it looks like there's repeated, like there's Meow Wow over here and over here and over here, so it's not like one of every kind. We have several of different kinds.
This is
And,
gonna be like such a strain on the PS4, rendering all those creatures.
I was gonna say there's gonna be so much lag for those who don't have a PS4 Pro.
This scene can't be in 60 FPS.
Yeah, that was the part that was like 60 FPS. Oh my gosh, it's gonna kill me.
If they can do it though, gosh, do it.
Yeah, good for them if they can do that. Yeah, all
They
right,
cover up a
well,
lot of it with like that big smoke.
Oh yeah, that big foggy smoke thing. That there. And you can't see the middle, so you know. All right, and then we have Vanitas back. I don't understand it. I have
Stay dead.
problems with this, but
Nobody in this series dies, so oh well.
Not
He looks
there,
weird
'cause-
with the jacket on, but I guess that's just an identifying factor of the word.
yeah. Let's see,
Yeah.
I'd
does
like
he
him
have
to
the
take
zipper?
off his mask. I want to see if he looks the same as Sora does.
If he looks the same, what?
As Sora does with the hair thing and the
Oh
ears.
gosh, Monsters Inc. Vanitas.
Monsters Inc. Vanitas, yeah.
Please. Okay, it looks like we can't really see the zipper. Oh, dang it.
No.
Darn that double click full screen thing. Okay, yeah, I can't. It's really hard to see the zipper, so my guess is that. Oh, and we have the sun like shining on the Keyblade, so yay environment and small details.
Good job, Unity.
Yay Square Enix. But yeah, he's back and Sora's adorable, and Ven is talking through Sora to Vanitas. So, or as Tumblr put it, Haley Joel Osment talking to Haley Joel Osment while Jesse McCartney watches in horror.
I'm so excited to listen to all this. Oh man.
Yeah.
I wonder if he will use a different voice for the Vanitas bit.
Oh, maybe you can see the zipper here.
I hope not, just because I'm tired of them switching voice actors for main characters like this.
Yeah,
Like-
that whole Kairi Shion thing is a
Yes.
nightmare.
Carrie Shion.
As
I
far
think
as-
Nominate has switched voice actors at least once too,
Yeah.
and it's
Ugh,
like,
I
please
hate
stop.
that so much.
Could you please stop that?
And oh my gosh, look at the detail on this like backboard here. There's actual writing to be like that's from the movie. Ah, yes.
We're gonna use the select button to read all the things on this board.
Oh, I'm gonna read everything. I'm gonna do so much exploration. I won't get to the ending of the game until like
Next
a year.
Yeah.
But it looks like he does have the new zipper design, so that is the thing. But so this should be an interesting plot line.
You insignificant
It's
speck.
back. What a great insult. Oh yeah, I'm going at half speed. I forgot.
I like how he just smacks his hand away. That's an
Yeah,
angry
yeah.
Sora
Like,
we've never seen
don't
before.
do that. And then of
Don't
course
touch
we get don't touch this.
No, stop this.
Uh,
Good
okay.
trailer.
So
Good job,
that's
Sora.
the trailer, and then we'll quickly go over the Utada
Oh yeah,
The theme song trailer.
trailer. I forgot that existed.
That's the best one. That confirmed that Utada is singing for
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3, which has been in speculation for freaking ever. And
Mhm.
it's a new song, finally. I guess it's called Don't Think Twice, or Chikai, which means oath, or which means promise, or whatever.
Which also means promise and whatnot.
Which also means passion, which also means
Which also means
Hikari.
simple and clean.
No, we don't. That's good. This song is. Oh, we can talk for hours about the song, but the podcast is running long.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's in 3/4 times. So it's like a waltz. It's slow. It's got this sort of like swing rhythm on the piano. What else is weird about it? I guess that's it. It's weird like for me to hear a pop song in 3/4. So this is interesting.
What was the slow version of Simple and Clean in? What time
Well,
frame?
no. Simple and
that
Clean,
was just the
Simple and
acoustic
Clean
version.
was the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Simple and Clean is the slow version, and it's in the credits. The Planet B
In the
remix is
intro,
the
they
opening.
did the Planet B did the mix, and then there's just the acoustic version for the credits. And I think there's just the Ray of Hope remix for 0.2. And
Yeah.
And so that's what I think is going to happen with this song in Kingdom Hearts 3 is some sort of faster paced remix in the intro, and then the regular song, this song, in the credits.
Yeah, I think this is the credits, and I'm so excited to listen to the Kingdom Orchestra version from Kairouwada.
Yes.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Every single Kingdom Hearts game, his Kingdom Orchestra versions are like a highlight.
Oh, completely.
And not only that, but like I'm really excited to listen to the medley that they put of all the OST from that game at the end of this game in the secret trailer, the opening, whatever.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good.
Okay, so
Anyway, I'm
are they,
excited for all
are
this
they,
music.
Can you
are
tell
they
he's
going to do
from?
that, though? The question
Can you
is,
tell he's from a music project?
Oh yeah.
I like music, guys.
I was going to say it really helps
oh.
to analyze this trailer with someone from who knows music.
Yeah.
We
But
could have
I was-
talked about how, like, in the previous trailer, it was they just used the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra versions of those specific themes, the Enter the Void and Sora. And, well, we didn't hear was Night of Fate in the Battle Medley? Probably was.
That was the beginning. That just played during the Marluxia scene and I think the Monsters Inc. scene.
Yeah, I think that was from the Battle Medley from the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra. So they just lifted all that. I think that the OST for this game is going to be just like the 1.5 and 2.5, where it was all orchestrated, which I guess is a little bit exciting and also a little bit sad because I really love Yoko Shimomura's like samples, but I am very interested to see how like she writes it for live orchestra, because a lot of the times she writes stuff that isn't playable by live orchestra, but they seem to have fixed that for the 1.5 and 2.5 reversions. So
yeah, I could go on and on about how much I loved the reorchestrated soundtracks, and I hated part of it, and that's a whole nother topic that I'll have to give you as a guest as a music person.
That would be a 5-hour podcast.
Yes.
For sure.
Also, something that people noticed was that you see a little bit of differences in the screenshots. Like in the previous trailer, there was a treasure chest here that is now removed. Or no, it was moved.
It was moved.
It was moved to a different cloud or something. I can't remember. I can't believe that people saw a treasure chest right here. Oh gosh, this fan base is so analytical.
I love it so much.
But yeah, and then we see him doing this again, all with the Kingdom Key. And then we see this summon animation, which is new, and then this is new as well. Like we didn't have quite
The
that.
Battle of Thebes.
His render was touched up a bit.
The young Xehanort render.
He
looks way better. Not so plasticky, and I don't know. Great.
Yeah, in the last trailer, he looked like a younger and a toy. He does not look here.
So he doesn't care about the world order. He's not a toy.
Yeah.
They're all ripped.
I know, right? Everybody got ripped for Kingdom Hearts 3. They had plenty of time to do it, so And then this is new. They're all laughing right after the Mike Wazowski thing, I'm assuming. And
she slides, does a Michael Jackson slide back. That's fun.
Yeah, a little moonwalk. I wish I could do that. Look at this. Oh, never mind. Do 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 do. And then Mike, I imagine him saying, because he's talking to Vanitas, "You put that thing back where it came from, or so help me."
That'll be in the game for sure.
That is the best line.
This scene happens after the confrontation with Vanitas and Sora.
Yeah.
So.
Like his friends come to back him up or something. Look at the detail on Pete. There's textures.
Look at his clothes. Oh my gosh. I love Hades so much.
I know. Like there's no textures on him, but I think that looks way better. Like he looks great. It's so smooth and so Hades. It's fantastic. I love it. And then Xemnas was also touched up apparently.
He looks darker, which is nice.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just the lighting. Oh, they took off the shadow from the back.
Oh yeah, and his lips were touched up apparently as well. And I don't know if Ansem was touched or not because we don't see much of him. And then we get to the new content. We get to broken Way to the Dawn, or Way to the Dawn. Yes. I think. What's the other one called? Shoot. I think this is Way to the Dawn. Anyway, comments can correct me.
It's correct.
Bully me. Okay, good. But yeah, it's broken. Keyblades can break. Huh. Weird. I'm sure there's more lore about that they're going to explore.
Yeah, there's that broken Keyblade in the BBS secret movie where Ventus was thrown off the mountain and is...
Yes, but that was removed from the final game, though.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think also there's one more instance, but I can't
Did Recoded, did she break that Keyblade, or was it just, like, dematerialized?
It was... Well, I don't know. I didn't play the original Recoded, but I know in the cinematics it just entirely dematerializes.
Okay. And then Ventus's wooden Keyblade was broken, but that wasn't real, so whatever.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen one clearly in the cutscene. That was specific. Oh, it's broken. Which is neat. Also, it's got the Master's Eye, so fun.
Oh, yep.
Which it's always had, but I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Riku has 2 buttons on his left lapel.
And 3 on his right. Or his left, our right. But yeah. So doing that whole uneven because I'm shady type of deal.
So everybody talks about the plaid. I like the plaid. I think it's fine.
I like it too.
Nomura just doesn't care, and that's what I love about him in all these games is that he just dresses his characters ridiculously every single time.
And I love it. We have his 6 belts on his thighs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think he has 11 total on his entire outfit somewhere.
And so there's 6 there. There's 1 here. Where else does he have them? Is there some on his arm guards or something? Oh, right here. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. 4 on the shoes.
Some belts on his shoes. I love
this. Was in fact designed by Nomura. Oh, and Mickey's got belts on his shoes as well. And his hood has ears. Hey.
That's good. That's a nice bit of detail that wasn't in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Conforming hood.
Right. And then he's got I'm not high on the fashion thing. I don't know if these are properly called high tops or boots or what those are called, but tall shoes.
Oh boy. I like that they all have these neat arm guards, which is they just had gloves I think in KH2 and 1, but they have the whole guard now.
Yeah, Sora has that a little bit too.
You think they'll do Keyblade transformations into a car or a plane like in BBS?
Ooh, that would be kind of cool. I want to Sora to ride a Keyblade glider.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I also just noticed that the handle is jagged. Oh wait, never mind. It's got blue filling it in.
Yeah.
I never really looked close on this Keyblade. I noticed the 2 different types of wings, but I never noticed the design of thing. So that's kind of interesting.
I never realized that the top is a nobody cross.
Oh yeah, I never noticed that
Yeah.
either. I noticed the heartless thing. So many things when you analyze the trailer that you noticed in previous games. Also, he is also rocking that V-neck look.
Yeah, he's very Noctis.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he's compared to both Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 and Sasuke with that short hair. Oh, he's also Mickey also has a V-neck. He wants to be a part of the cool kids club.
And who do you think the other me is talking about?
I think it is talking about Noctis.
Okay.
No, it's there's theories going around that it's Repliku. There's because nobody ever dies in this series.
I'm a big fan of that theory. I'm pretty sure it's Replica.
Yeah, that makes sense. And there's also a theory about time traveling shenanigans. How about that's going to not young Riku, but Kingdom Hearts 1 Riku on Destiny Islands and all this other stuff.
So
oh yeah, you're right, because maybe because the realm of darkness goes slower than the realm of light. Maybe Riku could run into younger Riku. Which it would be like grandfather paradox of how did you get your Keyblade? Oh, you took it from yourself.
I gave it to myself.
Yeah, I feel like that.
I picked up my bootstraps and I got it myself.
by my belted bootstraps.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they're talking about Repliku. And there's another theory saying that my other self is Terra's spirit, and that doesn't sound right to me.
That sounds weird, and no matter who it is, there's going to be a lot of shenanigans involved because Namaru's Square Enix.
Here's an idea that I've had.
Yeah.
What if he becomes a Heartless, and his other self is his Nobody?
Random, I forgot about that. We haven't seen Riku's Nobody yet. Or
did Riku become a Heartless?
He doesn't. He has not.
He was possessed by Ansem, but did he become?
No, so he hasn't yet. He has not. But the idea would be if he became a Heartless at some point in the game.
Yeah. The other thing is we never saw him become depossessed.
Both Sora and Kairi have Nobodies, so.
I want Riku to have a Nobody.
Riku's not in the Cool Kids Club.
Cuxor? Cuxir? I don't know how you spell Riku X.
Good luck, Nomura. I'll leave that for him.
Gosh, Nomura dug himself in this hole. He's gonna enjoy it. So, but yeah, and once again, we're still seeing the Xbox One and the PS4 both on there. We don't have anything for a Switch yet.
Which is probably fine. I can't imagine playing a Kingdom Hearts game on the Switch. What kind of usability would that have?
That'd be weird to me. But,
I'm hearing that it would be to put Kingdom Hearts, it would require bringing down the quality of the game itself a lot.
Yeah,
is what I've heard.
Which is I don't know. Especially with that Dream Eater face. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't think that they'll do the DDD time traveling that much. They'll probably have to do a little bit to explain what's happened to the story, but I don't think it'll be a prominent feature like it was in DDD in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I hope not. Please don't stop. Stop, please. And then we see that coming 2018.
Everybody's always talking about it's coming in 2018. It's never been delayed.
Nope.
It's coming.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
It's coming, guys. Trust us. It's coming in 2018. Stop. The other thing is that the E3 rumor was debunked, so we might not get a reveal at E3. I'm thinking that we would, regardless.
Because if the game is coming in 2018, the biggest North American conference for gaming is E3, and they, if they want to promote sales of their game, they're gonna do something at E3.
Oh, completely. Can you imagine if they didn't show anything at E3? We'd be like,
how mad! Oh, the fandom would explode.
Oh yeah.
Because up until now. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we would all lose it if it wasn't at E3.
I can't imagine where there's a bunch of little gaming conferences that they have that they could show it off, but E3, man, that's the place to go. It's your last big shebang. It's your best. It's the last bang to go out.
It's your best chance to get people buying games.
Yeah. Ever since we the first official trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 with Sora picking up the Keyblade on Dusty Islands, we've had, correct me if I'm wrong, but we've always had a convention that we could, or a time where we can look, that we could look forward to, because they would be like, look for more news this winter, look forward to news, and it would be like there was hints of them being at E3 or D23 or uh, PAX East or PAX West or some expo or something. So having them not, and everybody's looking forward to them at E3. So it'd be like, okay, what do we have to look forward to now? I don't understand what's going on. We'd be like so lost. It'd be like tumbling through the dark without a flashlight.
Yeah.
Right.
like we lost.
I'm almost certain we'll get a release date at E3, and I have nothing to back that up other than just like what's happened for the last 15 years in Kingdom Hearts games.
I believe in the power of friendship and the power of release date at E3.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I also think there's going to be a demo at E3.
I hope. I really want there to be that. I'm not going to E3. I'm not going to be able to play the demo, but I hope there is one. I mean, I'd love to go to E3. You could always like send money my way.
We'll put a recommendation.
Yeah. Patreon us 3 to go to E3.
Patreon. So listeners, listen.
Let's do it.
Just send us some money. We'll go to E3 for you.
Yeah. But buy more Project Destati CDs.
Yeah, do that. That's important.
Yeah. Little plug. No. But even if I'm not able to go, which I'm probably not, I want there to be a demo that people can try it and people can give feedback, and I want people that have that both like that flashy aspect to it. Like we have those type of people going, and we also have people that know the nitty gritty mechanics going as well. So we have so much feedback going to them, and I hope they take that feedback and serious and have a great game with no DLC. Fantastic. I do not want DLC.
I think I would be okay with DLC. I'm definitely gonna wait a week before playing it, but I'm probably gonna buy it, day one, hour one when it's out.
No, screw it. I'm playing it right away. I waited for this.
Same.
I am so curious about the soundtrack. Please don't reuse a bunch of songs. I want like half new stuff and like I guess 25% old.
Yeah.
And
whatever.
And for
other stuff.
Coming from both a lover of a soundtrack and somebody who edits a wiki, please give us the official names of the tracks that were used in back cover and 0.2.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be good. I don't like calling it Aqua and then having two different versions for it.
That's,
Aqua 0.2 version.
Right.
Like
even if it's like Dark
Aqua.
Aqua.
Do that on the wiki, and it's always like, it always comes back to unnamed boss track 1, unnamed boss track 2.
Yeah, and I hate it so much.
Is it not called like Wave of Dark? That's like the one that I think they've called is Wave of Dark.
Yeah, that's the only one that we've been confirmed because it was in the orchestra. But we don't have an official name for
but then in the game,
world themes or Aqua's boss theme. I think we call it like Mirror Aqua on the wiki or something like that.
Zodiac.
Or Zodiac.
On the
Aqua
KHWiki, we don't have anything because we're so far behind.
Oh, lovely.
But
yeah. Yeah, good job, guys. We're great. We try so hard.
Imagine like there's gonna be just pages and pages of lore once KH3 is out and the Xehanort saga is ended. Oh man. It's gonna be finished.
But yeah, I'm kind of hoping they'll just put that music on the soundtrack for Kingdom Hearts 3, like they did the Days BBS and Recoded one on one soundtrack. I kind of hope they put 0.2 in Kingdom Hearts 3, or they just use all those songs in Kingdom Hearts 3 somewhere.
Yeah, what I want is like a bundle. I want like there to be a bundle for all the games in Kingdom Hearts 3, and if you pre-order, you get like this OST and like a pin or something.
Pin and plushie or something. No, that'll be the Japanese version. We'll just get a pen.
Oh, right. Love it. We'll get an acrylic stand.
Yeah.
My soul is...
I'm fine with that. But, yes, give us a steelbook, dang it.
That'd be nice. Flippin' please.
But with that, it's these type of things usually last 1 hour. It has almost been 2. So, I think we've analyzed our 10-minute and 2-minute trailers in 2 hours. Good work.
To our heart's content. It's been good.
And we haven't even scratched the surface on what we can talk about and what this game is going to hold. So, with that, thank you both for coming, especially you, David.
No problem. It's been fun.
Thanks a lot.
I learned a lot talking about this trailer, just going frame by frame. It felt like I realized things that I didn't realize before, which has been interesting.
I know, me too. It's been great. Yay.
I want to go rewatch it. Gosh.
So much, so little time.
Stop this. Don't make any more keywords quotes. Don't.
And you understand so little.
The fans are gonna be just put up with this.
But with that, this has been Chainoffire and
David Russell from Project Destati. See you.
And KeybladeSpyMaster from the Kingdom Hearts Wiki.
And we are signing off. Bye.
See you.